Alright, so today we're going to be looking at an Uzuri, the Renegade Leader deck. So this was my first commander, and I built this back in 2010. And my oldest and probably my favorite commander deck still together. So a lot of my older ones from like, I started playing in 2008, started playing Commander late 2008, before 2009. And most of the ones that I built are no longer, actually all of them are no longer together. This one, however, has withstood the test of time. And he's more kind of like my break glass in case of emergency deck. Like, I don't pull this out against everyone, except that one asshole that wants to think that no matter what they play, they're going to win because they're the superior player. And so yeah, I think everyone should have one of those types of decks to play against those people. And here's mine. So I hope you enjoy. So let's look at the mana base. And this is a very simple mana base. Pendelhaven, Slippery Karst, Tranquil Thicket, Jungle Basin, Ghost Quarter, a Yavimaya Hollow, Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, Wirewood Lodge, and 24 basics. That is the mana base. Simple. And the biggest, most key part to any elf deck is your mana elves. So we are running Marwyn the Nurturer, a Gyre Sage, an Elvish Harbinger, which doubles as a tutor, Priest of Titania, Wirewood Channeler, Birchlore Rangers, Llanowar Elves, an Elvish Archdruid, which is also a lord for us, Heritage Druid, Greenweaver Druid, a Jorga Treespeaker, Beastcaller Savant, a Rishkar, and not really a mana elf, but it makes our things cheaper, Emerald Medallion. So, what are we wanting to do with all that mana? Well, for one, we're wanting to pump Uzuri a million times and kill our opponent, and he can also dump all that into him on your opponent's turn if they try to wipe the board or something and regenerate all of our elves. Aside from that, though, we're wanting to cast a lot of things. So, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. So, we know all the mana dorks and what we've got. I'll just get the two combo pieces out of the way, which there's not a ton of card draw in here, so getting these is a little more difficult than most other commanders. So we're running Paradox Engine, so if you've got enough mana elves out, every time you cast a spell, you're going to untap your permanents. So you tap all your mana elves for mana, cast a spell, untap everything. Spell resolves, then you tap all your elves for mana again, play something else, untap everything. And you can generate a lot of mana, and if you've got some of the card draw things in play that are in the deck, you could probably just draw your deck out and kill them that turn. The other one is Staff of Domination. If you have any of the elves that tap for more, let's see, 3 to untap, tap for mana, untap, so you need 4 mana, so you need any of your elves that tap for mana for the number of elves in play, which there's, let's have a look, there is. So you can do it with Jorga Treespeaker in play, leveled up to 5. You can do it with multiple elves and a Heritage Druid. And no. And Elvish Archdruid, Wirewood Channeler, Priest of Titania, Gyre Sage with a bunch of counters, and there's ways to get her with a bunch of counters, and a Marwyn. So multiple ways to get it off to be able to go infinite with this, making infinite mana. And actually, no, I was wrong. Not the Treespeaker leveled up, because you need one creature, that way you can just keep untapping the one. But infinite mana with that. And that's infinitely going into Uzuri to make infinitely big elves to infinitely smack your opponent's face. Alright, so the rest of the deck. What gets us up to that point? Have a Wirewood Hivemaster. Cast a non-token elves. Get you 1/1 green insect tokens. Hunting Triad. 3 1/1 elf tokens. Lissalana Huntmaster. 1/1 elf tokens. Wren's Run Packmaster. 2/2 wolf tokens. Infinite 2/2 wolf tokens that all have Death Touch. A Presence of Gone. Tap, get a 1/1 elf token. Wolfskull Shaman. Gives you 2/2 wolf tokens. And Elvish Promenade. Gives us a bunch of 1/1 elf tokens. Here's we'll do the card draw since we got the tokens out of the way, because this first one goes really good with tokens. Skull Clamp. Equip to a token, draw 2 cards. Pretty much what it does. Masked Admirer. A Beast Whisperer. A Life's Beastry. So this is card filtering and card draw. Awesome. And a Zendikar Resurgent. I know the 7 mana is a lot, but we have infinite amount of mana dorks, so 7 mana isn't that big of an issue. Let's see, Lifecraster's Beastry was card filtering, so let's go ahead and look at that. Gilt-Leaf Seer lets us look at the top 2, then put them back in any order. Bloodline Shaman. Nice card. A Sylvan Messenger. A Descendant's Path. That is a lot of text, so I'm not going to read that. And a Wildest Dreams for that one person who wants to kill all of our elves. We can just get them all back. Or all of them that are relevant anyways. And our pumpable elves. Immaculate Magistrate, so 1/1 counter on target elf, or on target creature for each elf you control. Cultivator of Blades, when it attacks, other attacking creatures get +S ++X +X. X is its power, so this is kind of like our pseudo Uzuri. If they've killed them enough that we can't get them out, we still have a backup way to make everything big. With the Immaculate Magistrate, of course. A Timberwatch Elf. And a Tribal Force Mage. Yay, Planeswalkers, everyone's favorite. Nissa, Vastwood Seer. And she flips into Nissa, Sage Animist. Most of the time we're just wanting to +1 to get those lands onto the battlefield and whatever else in our hand. So she gets us ahead no matter what. She's giving us card draw or she's ramping us, which is what we want. The other 2 abilities I've never really messed with because they're most of the time not relevant. But she is an elf. That's relevant. We have Freyalise, Llanowar's Fury. +2, get a 1/1 Llanowar elf. -2, destroy an artifact or enchantment, or draw a card for each creature we control. Awesome, awesome stuff. Last Planeswalker is a Nissa Ravain. +1, get a Nissa's Chosen, put it on the battlefield. +1, gain 2 life for each elf you control. -7, search your deck for any number of elves, put them on the battlefield. Yeah. A fatty, just because, Drove of Elves. Let's look at our removal. Krosan Grip. A Beast Within. And the most expensive removal spell you'll ever see in your life, Desert Twister. 6 mana, kill anything. You don't really get that in green, so it's in here. We are also running Gaia's Herald, a Yeva, Nature's Herald, Sylvan's Safekeeper, a Tajuru Preserver, a Well-Wisher, a Null Mage Shepherd. Talk about that a little bit more. That's an awesome card. Elvish Sky Sweeper, Jagged Scar Archers, a Wirewood Symbite, and for the turns that you can go off and potentially draw your whole deck out, a Concordant Crossroads, just to give everything haste and kill people. So, the No Mage Shepherd. Tap 4 untapped creatures, destroy an artifact or enchantment. This is one of those cards that I don't see anybody running in Commander ever. Every green deck that I play has this in it because it's destroy an artifact or enchantment on a stick. And that's awesome. And it's one of those cards that just nobody runs for some reason. So keep that in mind. For me, this is a green staple. Every green deck that I play has this in it. Let's look at our Lords, and we'll look at the Tutors last. We've got Bramblewood Paragon, an Imperious Perfect, an Elvish Champion, and a Jorgal Warcaller, which also goes good with our Immaculate Magistrate. Actually, this was the card that made me want to build this, because so I started playing 2008, but I didn't start playing in, I didn't start playing at an LGS until Zendikar came out. And so Zendikar, I was playing Mono Red, and then when Worldwake came out, so my Mono Red deck was Goblins. That's what I learned on, and that's what my first standard deck was. And then when Worldwake came out, Jorgal Warcaller, I seen this card and knew that I want to do it, well, build it. So I had built Mono Green Elves for standard at the time, with this as my big win condition for the deck. So yeah, it was pretty fun. And then I pretty much tried to keep it going as long as I could in standard. So the next set to come out was this, which made it easier to keep it going. And then shortly after, I turned it into a commander deck. And the last part of our deck, Tutors. Genesis Wave. Not a tutor, but kind of, because most of the time when we do this, we're going to have a bunch of mana elves and we're going to pay X for some ungodly amount and put our whole deck into play. We've got a green Sun Zenith, an Eldritch Evolution, Chord of Calling, a Natural Order, and a Sky Shroud Poacher. And that is Ezuri, the Renegade Leader. Hope you like the deck, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.